In this video, we are going over the meaning of 1111 and why you may be seeing repeating numbers everywhere you go. This is not a coincidence. This is not something that happens by happen chance. It's not something you should ignore either, and I implore you for coming to this video to find out a little more about this. So that's what we're going to be going over next. Hi guys, welcome to HeartSpace. My name is Dave if you're new to the channel, where we are creating videos every single day to help you live life more in your way. And if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any of the content that we release. Now today I want to go over something I've been looking into a lot more recently, because it's been happening to me a lot more recently, seeing repeating numbers everywhere. And it's actually pretty insane when you start paying attention to this, because when I first heard about numerology and repeating numbers, I kind of dismissed it as yeah, it's kind of meaningless and it's just a coincidence. What I see 111 or 444 or whatever it is all the time, it doesn't really mean anything. But then I start seeing it in ways that are crazy. I start seeing it all over the place, and that's probably why you're here as well. And you get a little curious and you go, why am I seeing these numbers all the time? These specific numbers in this specific order. It's pretty nuts. And so you start going down the rabbit hole a little bit and you start realizing, wow, this is a very real thing. This is something that should not be ignored. And in fact, it is something trying to give you a sign of what's happening in your life, what's coming down the pipeline of what you should be doing. And so I'm going to give you some examples of this happening in my life and what you should do if you're seeing repeating numbers. So first off, since I labeled this video, what does 111 mean, or triple ones or quadruple ones, so I'll start there. So this specific number is a communication to you from the universe, letting you know that you really want to start monitoring your thoughts. You really want to start paying attention and giving way more intention to your thoughts, because you are actually manifesting your thoughts pretty quickly right now. The universe is really working with you in this moment, and the things that you're thinking, the things that you're asking for are going to come into your life fairly quickly. Essentially, when you're seeing this number a lot, you're in a really good state of manifestation. Doors of opportunity are opening up for you. But the thing is, doors of opportunity can happen in multiple different ways. They can happen in what you would consider a more positive way or in a very negative way. And it's all going to be dictated on the visions that you have, on the thoughts that you're having. And so if you're seeing this repeating number and you're thinking very, very negatively a lot, that could mean that something very negative is about to come into your life. And this is the universe trying to communicate to you, please, please, please monitor your thoughts. Please, please, please change your energy to the things that you actually want to manifest, because something's going to come into your life. And if you're coming from the negative energy, that's what's going to come in. That's how it works. Like attracts like. But if you're coming from a more positive energy, you're visualizing the things that you want, you're being grateful, you're showing love, all of these things, that's what's going to come into your life. So that is what specifically 111 or 41 means. This is one I've actually been experiencing a lot recently. And every time I see that number, I remember, one, to be thankful for it. But also, if I'm in a state where I might be thinking a little bit negatively, where I'm thinking in a way that doesn't serve me and isn't my highest expression of who I am, it reminds me to change it. It reminds me to allow whatever negativity to flow through and out, and to change it to a more positive energy, to move more into love, to move more into gratitude. Because again, guys, your thoughts are things. You create your reality with the thoughts, words, and actions you take, and especially the energy around that. If you're moving from love, you will create a loving environment for yourself. You will create a loving reality. If you move from hate, you will create a hate-filled environment for yourself, a hate-filled reality. You'll find yourself with more people who are hateful. You will find yourself in situations that are on the frequency of hate. And so if you're seeing ones specifically, make it, one thing I've done is allow it to be a reminder that your thoughts are things. And so whenever I see those ones, I go, oh, my thoughts are things. What am I thinking of? Was I on autopilot? Okay, change my thoughts. Time to change my thoughts. Time to shift into what it is I actually want, and not allow myself to be in this autopilot, getting hooked by everything, to where now I'm going to be manifesting, the things that I don't want, or things that don't serve me too well. So I wanted to give you that one, because that's what 111 specifically is. And that's one a lot of people end up seeing. But again, Seeing these numbers, guys, is no coincidences. Just really tattoo this on the inside of your eyelids. There are no coincidences in the universe. Everything is happening for a reason. That doesn't mean things are, fateful in the sense that they're all a certain way and, this is how your life is going to unfold. No, that's going to be down to your choices and what you do. You have free will. But the universe will give you signs of what path you're going down. It will give you signs when you're going down the right path based on what you say you want. It will give you signs when you're going down a path that may actually harm you. And so if you are seeing repeating numbers, you want to immediately find out what those things mean. I'm going to share another one that I actually go through because there are two repeating patterns that I see more often than not. I see sometimes 888. I saw 222 quite a bit as well, but there are two in particular I see very often. I'll explain what they mean and what I do in response to this. And then you can do similar things if you're seeing these repeating numbers specifically, but also do some more research if you don't see these numbers and see something different. So the other one I see just almost as frequently, probably as frequently as the ones, is 444 or 4/4s. And so what fours represent, the communication you're getting from them, is you're on the right path and that you are supported. It's a very reassuring kind of sign from the universe. The universe telling you, look, you're going down the right path. You are following your heart. You are expanding. You are moving from your soul. And we are here to support you. We are here telling you that you are going down the right way, that you are supported. Everything is okay. Have confidence that you're going down this path. And this is very reassuring for me because a lot of times I take leaps. I do things and I'm about to do something, take another big leap in my life that could change and probably will change my life in a big way. But when I'm being told essentially, because this is something from my heart, from my soul, that don't worry, go into this with full confidence. Don't worry about the fear that comes up. You are supported. You are going down the right path. You are doing the right things. And so the two I see more often than not are the 1s and the 4s. And those are what those two specifically mean. Now, again, other repeating numbers will mean different things. And there is no coincidences. You might be seeing repeating 6s. You might be seeing repeating 9s or 8s or 7s or whatever it is. But the important thing is to become aware. Again, awareness is everything, guys. Awareness is key to anything when it comes to your spiritual growth or growth in any way. You want as much awareness as possible. And so when you're seeing repeating numbers, please pay attention. Again, they're not coincidental. There are no coincidences in the universe. And if you listen to these messages and act accordingly, you will find that you are living a much more fulfilling life, a much more purpose-driven life, and you'll also find that you will be told when you're veering off the path that you say you want to go down. You'll be told when you're going in the right direction despite the external world trying to tell you that you're not. One thing that's very reassuring about getting the 4s a lot is a lot of what I do is unconventional. A lot of what I do, most people would call me crazy for doing. What I'm about to do is definitely going to be in that category. But seeing that sign from the universe, seeing that I'm being told that it's okay, you are supported, you are protected, you are fine, and that you are going down the right path. Yes, it's a path that the external world, people who come from a by-me state or low-level consciousness would not support. It's not something they see them doing because, guys, most people are coming from a place of security. But when I'm getting that sign, it shows me I'm going down the right path despite maybe what the external response is. And again, that's very reassuring. And again, we have to understand, because some people are like, well, why numbers? Why does it matter if there's repeating numbers? The universe communicates mathematically. Math is pretty much the language of the universe. Numbers are the language of the universe. You can look at some of the most brilliant minds in the last, thousands of years even talking about numerology and the power of repeating numbers. You can even look at someone as recently as Nikola Tesla, who put a lot of faith in repeating numbers, especially ones that had to do with 3s, 6s, and 9s, because he understood the universe and the laws that govern the universe work in numbers and mathematics, and these are not coincidences. The universe communicates in numbers. And so if you're seeing repeating numbers, I implore you, do some research on whichever ones you're seeing. I started researching the 1s and the 4s because those were the specific ones I've been seeing over and over and over again. And understanding these numbers will just help you understand what these spiritual beings, what the universe is trying to communicate to you. And the awareness of that communication is only going to help you navigate life in a much more loving, in a much more purpose-driven way. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Get excited, really, if you're starting to see these numbers, because that means you have had some kind of expansion in awareness. You're now noticing these. You wouldn't have come to this video if you weren't noticing these numbers. And just understand, having that awareness is a huge leap. It's a huge step in your journey as you awaken more and more as a spiritual being, as you become more aware of what you truly are, which is a spiritual being, in a human body. So please, I implore you, I invite you to look up what those mean for you, and then just to have a little faith and follow them and see where it takes you. Anyway, guys, as always, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited if you're starting to see these numbers. I really am. I'm excited for myself, too, seeing these numbers, understanding more of what they mean. Just follow the feeling on this one, and I'll see you in the next video.